Hey ladies, so this is the 5th module in the program and it's troubleshooting for labour. So what if you followed the Align Your Baby method but your baby is either lying back to back when labour starts or maybe they turn back to back during labour. Perhaps you're having a long birth, it's taking a long time, you're getting tired, or you think that maybe your baby's lying inside with its head deflexed, making the diameter larger, and perhaps that's why labour isn't progressing and it doesn't seem to be moving forward. There's good research that tells us that of all the babies that are lying back to back in labour, actually 1/3 of them started labour in that back to back position and 2/3 of them started lying at the front and moved back during labour, which is a bit tricky and it can be a little bit frustrating as well. So we've still got some work to do and that's what this module is for. Firstly, during labour, I want you to try and stick to the Align Your Baby lifestyle principles, and that means being upright, being walking and active. If you need to rest and sleep, and yes, you are allowed to rest as well. If you're lying down, I want you to stick to your left side instead of leaning back like this. And even if you have an epidural on board, to try and prop yourself up with lots of pillows behind so that you're more upright. Or if you've got a mobile epidural, you can try being on the ball instead of lying back in bed, and that will really help you. If you're sitting on a big ball, that's fantastic because it's going to keep your hips open and it's also going to keep your hips above your knees, which is brilliant, creating that front hammock for your baby to lay in and not to be laying at the back. Perhaps early labour is taking a long time and it's stopping and starting and stopping and starting, which is so typical of a back-to-back baby as it makes its way round, turning into that better position. Perhaps the strong part of labour is long, but you're not seeing any changes in your cervical dilation. Or maybe you've been pushing for an hour or two with no sign of baby moving down. You may not know the reason why labour is not moving forward until after baby's born sometimes, but whatever the reason is, the principles for encouraging your baby to turn are the same. So you need to eat and drink regularly and empty your bladder too. So having a baby is a bit like running a marathon. You need fluids and you need fuel. It's very hard to labour if you don't have that energy, and if your bladder is full, it will get in the way of baby descending down through the pelvis too. So if you can get your birth partner to remind you to go to the loo every 2 hours, that is fantastic. So what next? I want you to start in early labour with the Align Your Pelvis 4 and work through the exercises in that module slowly and thoughtfully. It tells you how long to do them for in labour as you go along, so you can work through that and that will really set you up to have your pelvis in as good a shape as you can manage at that time. Follow that with the 4-4 bend that we saw in the Align Your Baby Lifestyle 6, and there's an additional position that I'm going to add on now to this set, and that is the head flex. So you're really lining everything up, you're doing your pelvis, you're doing your 4-4 bend, you're being thoughtful about your posture, and if labour's not progressing, you can try this head flex. Sometimes a baby during birth will flex its head like this, and that makes it trickier for baby to descend through the pelvis, giving a larger diameter. And sometimes that can be serious and lead to a deep transverse arrest where your baby really can't navigate any further down. And there's something that you can try that sometimes can help baby to flex its head. So I'm going to show you with the help of Sam what we can do to encourage your baby to flex its head during labour. Hey ladies, I'm here with the lovely Sam. It's the last video that we're doing together, Sam, isn't it? So I want to say thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You've been a superstar. It's been amazing to have you demonstrating all our postures. So the last one, ladies, so we're talking about when your baby's head is perhaps deflexed in labour. This can cause quite serious problems coming through the pelvis, and we really want to encourage baby to flex his or her head so that smaller diameter, 9.5 centimetres, can come through the pelvis. So again, this is quite a strange posture, important to acknowledge that, and if you're coming to this without any kind of knowledge or yoga, it can feel odd to do it. So we're going to demonstrate it slowly. You can have a go with us as we do it. Just practice one so that you get an idea of how it feels. So when you might do this, Sam, be in labour. If your labour's stalled, you've got a few centimetres dilated, but it doesn't seem to be changing. So it's a good idea to try this one and see if it's because baby's head is deflexed. So we're thinking Sam's in labour, and
very calm.
She's very calm. You will be calm, I'm absolutely sure. And you want to do this posture with your contraction or surge, which normally is going to last about 60 seconds or maximum 90 seconds. So you're doing it with that tightening, and then when the tightening goes, you're relaxing down. And we recommend that you do 10 of these in a row, so 10 contractions. We're just going to show you one because Sam's not in labour. So we're going to do it together. So I don't have a bump, but I am going to demonstrate. So we are going to, when we feel the surges coming, we're going to take our tummies and we're going to gently but firmly lift our tummies up as much as we can, and we're going to hold it there, but keep breathing. We're going to stay here for the full 60 seconds. This can feel quite strange. It's quite tiring, actually. So by the time you've done 5 or 6, you'll be quite knackered. So getting to 10 in a row is a really good going. So we're just staying there a little bit longer, breathing and lifting. One more breath. And as the surge or contraction goes, we're relaxing down. Well done, Sam.
Thank you.
How did that feel?
Yeah, fine. It was a bit strange.
Yeah.
It feels like feels counterintuitive to lift something up that should be going down.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it can feel strange in labour as well. It's great to have a practice whilst you're still pregnant, ladies, at least 1 or 2, so that you know you've got that skill if you do need it on the day. I want to say a massive thank you again to Sam. Thank you. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, ladies.